Live, up close, and unplugged. Here's another live performance from 95 WIIL Rock Studio East.
Good afternoon. We are live at 95 WIIL Rock Studio East with Zach and Zach, who braved the snow and are here joining us in Studio East. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hi.
Zach Myers, you know him, guitarist from Shinedown, and now has a solo project. Well, not really solo if there's other guys involved. Alan, Mack, and Myers.
Yeah.
Chris, Zach, and Zach attack coming at you tonight at Penny Road Pub in Barrington. Should be awesome. And I have to tell you that you're really a man after my own heart.
Why?
Because I've been peeping your Instagram, and we seem to share a similar love of shoes.
Oh, good. You like shoes?
Yeah, those ones that you have on are pretty sweet, but I like the new black, and I can't tell if they were black and yellow Nikes. They're the new Jordans, or if they were black and gold.
Black and yellow.
Yeah, I like those.
Not black and gold. Black and gold, that's Steelers, right?
Yeah. No,
we
yeah. They're kind of like more yellow. It's not
that.
like sexy gold like the Saints.
Yeah.
It's like, but the shoes are sexy.
Oh, well,
thank you for that.
I appreciate that.
So you were just like go all the time. Just got a tour with Shinedown, and then now you're doing this solo acoustic tour. So do you ever take a break?
Sometimes, very rarely, but I mean, we were just talking about that, and I was telling John the fact that like we get done, and when Shinedown's on the road, it's so like by the end of it, we're like, we're gonna take a year off. Like a year off. Like you're not gonna hear one thing from Shinedown for a year. Like we're not gonna make a record. We're not gonna tour. And then we get home, and like 2 weeks later, like
you're going stir crazy,
you want to start writing?
Yeah.
Like so. I mean, like what happened was, I think it was we were gonna take all the holidays off and start writing in like February and March. And I was just telling him like 2 days ago, Brent calls us like, "Hey, do you want to start writing January 5th?" It's like as soon as like, because we get home and we just go stir crazy. But we actually made this record a year ago, and we made it in 72 hours. We went in. I had 3 days off from Shinedown, and I called Zach and said,
"You want to make a record?" And I said,
just like that.
Sure.
Yeah, so we wrote some songs, and we did some covers, and we just kind of went in and made a record. And we've been, I know we played this venue a couple years ago, Zach and I did. So we've been doing this for a long time. It's just with his schedule and with my schedule, it's just so hard to work around. Shinedown's obviously a busy band. So
other Zach, are you in another band too?
Yes, and it's not called Parts Unknown. That was a joke, and that's on all the posters now. That was supposed to be funny. I'm in a band called Brimstone Jones in Memphis, Tennessee, and we're kind of based there. I don't do too much road stuff right now, but when Zach calls, I'll go.
So Zach Myers, you are involved in the writing of Shinedown music too, right? So what do you do different with the music that you're doing with this band?
Not much real. I mean, this is more like an alt rock country kind of like acoustic-y feel. Like with Shinedown, I mean, the point of me doing this show is just about songwriting. It's more like a songwriting showcase, kind of have fun and bring you into our living room kind of thing. And with Shinedown, it's funny because people hear songs like Devour and they hear songs like Enemies, and they don't realize that like Enemies started like this. Like this is how Enemies started, with like a guitar, so an acoustic guitar, and even songs like Shed Some Light, which started on like a piano or something like that. Which from the heaviest song to the lightest song, this is how it starts. But I think people think that we just like get in a room and just like
start shredding,
shredding away, which we're actually going to do for the first time. I don't think we've even mentioned that yet, but we're actually going to get in a room together, and all four of us, like drums and everything. We've never done that writing before.
Wow.
So it'll be fun.
That'll be cool, kind of
different.
just do something different. So with this record, I talked to you off the air about it, that there's some covers on there. So when you play out, obviously you're playing the covers that you three have chosen, and then your music. Do you also throw in some Shinedown covers in the mix?
Of course.
You do?
Yeah, there's definitely some Shinedown songs because it's such a part that's ingrained in me. We were actually just talking about that on the way here. I think it was 9 years ago yesterday, I played my first Shinedown show at
and it was here at the Broad Stop. Yes, that's a fun anniversary, especially since you're here with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's been quite a ride for you over these past 9 years, huh?
I joined the band. I think I was 21, I believe, when I joined.
Wow.
I'm 30.
Huh?
I just turned 30.
That's awesome. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Happy belated.
Thank you very much.
Another Instagram peep.
Are you patronizing me right now?
Jeez, no. So welcome to our living room. What's the first song that you'd like to play for us?
We're going to do a song called Tennessee, which is on the record. We were on the road last year, and I wrote this. The person closest to me, my grandmother, passed last year, and this is a song that I kind of wrote about her. I was on the road, and honestly, like, the worst time of my, like, the worst. I've never done drugs. I don't drink. So I've never had like this dark, depressing, like this was the worst time of my life. And those three guys in that band, why we're still a band and why we're still so close is those guys pulled me through that more than anything. And actually, a lot of people don't know this, but there's a shot, and I would have killed the director if I would have known this, but in the beginning of the Unity video, there's a shot where Barry's like holding me, and like that's literally, I found out that my grandmother died 5 minutes before that.
Wow.
And it was just like this deep, and I think it's cool that I've never really said that until now, but it's it was a defining moment in my life and kind of a life-changing thing. So we Zach and Chris and I sat down and wrote a song about it, a song called Tennessee.
Good, wonderful. Oh, good tribute to Grandma. Here it is, live with Zack Myers in Studio East, 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station.
Mary Ann was a preacher's daughter who followed me. Her faith and sanity were in a dream. Said I can't seem to get too far from Tennessee. The furthest light I've ever seen was in a dream. As she wipes away the night, it seems her eyes are still aglow. As the whiskey burns from the night before, is this darkness which I know? She swears that she won't stray too far from me, my sweet Tennessee. Came and went like a memory that never belonged to me as she fled the scene. Knew I just left laying by magazines. She put on old blue jeans, bound for Tennessee. And from the bottom of the bottle sees the tail light still aglow as he makes amends for all the sins he never could outgrow. She swears that he was just too blind to see her sweet Tennessee. Preacher's daughter who followed me. Her faith and sanity were in a dream. 90 years to find what she was trying to see. One day we all go home to Tennessee. Tennessee.
Awesome. 95 WIIL Rock, the rock station, live in Studio East with Zack Myers from Shinedown. Zack and Zach, also known as Alan Mack and Myers.
Yes.
I love
Such
it.
a tongue twister.
It really is.
But it's not confusing when it's just, if Chris isn't here, it's not that confusing, because if anybody says their name, I just say, weird Zach.
Right. There you
It's
go.
not hard.
So
It's
anyone
not
can
hard.
answer.
Yeah.
So, Zach, I hold this record in my hand called Shuffle. Where can we get our hands on this?
We haven't put it on iTunes yet, just because there are covers and stuff on it, so the legalities of that.
You don't want to put that up there prematurely and run
exactly.
into an issue.
Well, that's why we in Shinedown we did this thing called 10 Songs in 10 Days, which everybody's been waiting for. Brent and I, we let fans pick 10 covers on our Facebook, and we covered them. And the reason it's not out yet is because that damn Bon Jovi just won't get. No, I don't know who it is that's holding it up. He's just the easiest one to blame because he has the best hair.
So I know that you said that Brendan called you and you guys are going to start writing Shinedown music in January. Any other plans coming up, or was this, since you were planning on taking some time off, is this kind of a spur of the moment thing that he wants to do?
No, I think we're just gonna. I think the waiting time for it. I think we realize also we know how long it takes us to write. I think we're not a band that goes in. there's so many bands nowadays, especially rock bands, who go in and they write 10 songs and they put 10 songs on a record, and that's like
Instead of
Shinedown,
writing like 120 songs like you guys do.
we wrote over 80 songs for Sound of Madness, and we wrote 43 for Amaryllis.
Wow.
And I'm kind of hoping that one day a lot of the stuff that didn't make it to those records will see the light of day. Because
I often wonder about that, because if you're writing the songs, obviously I feel, I don't want to say obviously, but I feel like if you guys are writing the songs, fans like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So why just scrap them when we want to hear them?
Because you don't want to. I've always believed in the fact that you don't want to give away too much, and that's kind of why our band fought Twitter for like a long time. We've kind of always like loved the fact that like we always liked the mysterious bands when we were growing up, like Led Zeppelin and stuff. Like before Twitter was around, it wasn't like I didn't want to know like what Jimmy Page I want to, in my head, I picture Jimmy Page like worshiping Satan and like
rock and roll
like
all the
throwing
time.
a fish at some like girl who's tied up to like, and it's like, no, he just got a Starbucks. It says right here he tagged him. It's like, I don't want to know that stuff. So we fought that for a long time, and now we're like, okay, it is what it is. But that's why I don't think we've given away all that stuff. We did do a song for the Avengers. Or Captain America. I think it was the Avengers. I'm Alive. That was a song that didn't. For instance, that's a song that didn't make it to Amaryllis that we wrote.
But then you were still able to use it.
We're still able to use it.
Cool.
So there's so many great. I mean, honestly, my honest belief is that we have a song. We have a record of 12 songs that we didn't make a record that would be a record just as good as Amaryllis. I mean, there's so many great songs. I mean, there's also some really bad ones too. But I mean, there's definitely 12 great songs that we've written. I think that could make up a record. And you never know. One day we'll see what happens. Our band's about moving forward always. We're never really a stay still kind of band. So
that's awesome. That's what we love about Shinedown, what we love about you. So what's the next song that Zach would like to perform for us?
The Zachk. This is another song off that record. It's called All I Found. So.
Live with Zach Myers and Zach and Zach in Studio East, 95 will rock the rock station.
The Zach. I'm just going to start referring to us as the Zach.
I like that.
Except for I spell my name right and you spell your name wrong.
It's right.
It's not right.
I cut clear across the desert, made my way across those hills. I've been down and seen the devil once before. All I've found is I love you still. And I know I always will. There I was on that old river, roll $100 bills. Turns out I did not belong there. Almost drowned, but I went unkilled. And I know I always will. And I know, yes I know. And I know, yes I know. California makes me shiver.